start streaming. Okay. We are live. Yes, it is live now. Okay. Hello and welcome guys to Names Grown. Let me check. Are we really live? A cup of joy. Hey. Yes, we are live. Hello and welcome guys to Names Grown. Let's find some good domain names today. Good evening to everyone. So again we are on the expired domains. Alright. Alright, I hope everything is good now. Music is okay. Now the music is little lower than usual. I hope we are good now. Okay. So alright, let's just reset all the filters and let's start our searches again. The .com have just come over here on the expired list. Let's just explore everything. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. So this is what we do. We only want the last 12 hours domain, and obviously they gotta be English, and I'm only gonna choose characters here. Alright, let's just not make it so much complicated. Word counts, let's go to 2 again. Alright, so we are left with 9,611 domain names. We are going to do the same again. We're going to see and look for the already registered other domain extensions. ITT, Meta, Doors, Pokerwisen, Router, Red-Eye. Alright. Sometimes you do find good names over here that are already being registered and the websites are fully functional with the other domain extensions, but let's just see before we again go ahead and check AI domains. SaudiEva.com. So a lot of you already know Saudi domain names actually grabbed a great price, but when they were only one keyword here, not combined. If you see Saudi dot something, that can be good, but you got to do your own research before buying any of it. Burn Hearts, what a great name. Just kidding, okay, don't buy anything. Truth Intensive. Alright, so I don't think so it's really working. Then let's go to the search engines. The highly searched domains that expired. Lady Gaia. As I've said, that you will often see such domains that would have a lot of typos here, but you can find some decent ones too. So this is what the entire game is all about. It's about going through everything and finding only one out of all those thousands of domain names. Quotes, inspiration, recycled, I don't know. Cartier ring, ancient civilization, babies apparel, 10 insurance. Why does it have so many searches? Threads download. Okay, now these types of domain names can get you in trouble. Although threads is a universal word, but still, you don't want to land yourself in some sort of trouble. Gold karaoke, movies, lame, shoddy party. I think after this we should genuinely go and see the AI domains. Okay, sleeping prayers, Hotel Breckenridge. Is this even a place? Let's just check. My bad. Compromised password. I gotta check that. Oops. Breckenridge. It is actually a place which I was not really aware about it. Alright. Whenever I'm live, I get a lot of messages and emails. This is a place in Colorado. I wanted to check whether it's spelled correctly or not, because I'm not familiar to this place. This is what you want to do. Whenever you find such names with high traffic, what I do is just use the least amount of your brain and just do one thing: copy and paste that domain entirely on Google, and it will tell you the rest. So this is actually a place. Offers a year-round playground adventure. That's something else. This can be a good domain name. Now what you can do is you can actually check, what is this place famous for. Let's see things to do here. There is ski resort, there is Nordic Center, there is South Main Street. There are several things that people would want to go, and after that what you can do is just scroll through and check. As I typed, hotels there, let me just type that again, hotel, the same place, and let's just see. Great place, 3-star hotels. There are actually a lot of hotels here. Breckenridge. Breckenridge, I hope I am pronouncing that correctly. Now let's do the second thing. Okay, we are here at the Wayback Machine and we're going to enter this domain and we're going to see what the previous owner of this particular domain name was doing, and if the things are right, this is a good domain name. These types of domain names can be used for outbounding. Why? Because they have potential. And obviously right now I'm not checking the history and everything, but I'm only checking the previous history. Okay, I'm sorry for that, but yeah, we are checking the previous history. I'm not really checking the amount of searches that this gets, but we will get onto that too. First, let's just scroll through what we have right now, whatever pages that we can go through. Let's see. Hotels.lander. So it has a lander. This means that it is mostly available on a sale or maybe parked. Alright, so we should wait till the pages load completely. Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does. We must wait for a while, I guess. Let me just refresh and see, or else we can just check. Let's see 2023. URL not found for this one. 2021. Maybe we can open up something and actually see what was this used for before someone else registers it for, and we're left with nothing. Resort vacation, resort vacation, Stogo, vacations Togo, vacations Ogo, what this is all about. We must, okay, so it actually directed us to some other platform. Alright, so we cannot find anything here, but as per the expired domains platform, this actually has a good amount of traffic. So what we can do is we can just save this for later so that we can check the amount of searches are actually real or not, the amount of people who are actually traveling to that specific country or this particular place, and then you can plan accordingly. But whenever these types of domain names come, these are very good for outbounding. Anyone can outbound with such names. Let me just see more about this. You can also use ChatGPT if you have an upgraded version. I don't really depend on ChatGPTs, and I mean all the other AI. I like to do my research a little manually. I'm still that kind of guy who likes to search manually. BRECKENRIDG. So you can check that. I cannot just log in, on my href and the other platforms that I use. But as I can check the amount of, the searches related to this particular keyword or the place, this is actually famous for ski resorts, as we read earlier. So it is famous for summer activities, and it has festivals and historic downtown things. So this is actually a place that people would want to explore, and this is actually a year-round place. So there is a tourism there. Okay, that's actually good. Let me just see if we can get something in, when we try to search about how many tourists visit this place every year, or maybe quarterly. Maybe we can just get a rough estimate just for this, so that we don't really need to dive deep into it. So with peak visitation reaches up to 35,000 people per day. Okay, that's the busiest in the busiest times. Okay, so 28.3 billion is the tourism contributed to Colorado's economy. Spending substantial amount. Okay, that's actually not bad. So I'm not much familiar about for this particular keyword that we are talking, Breckenridge, but when it's hotel and a place, that is a good name, because people do search. Okay, so these types of domain names must not be missed. So if you're the one who loves to outbound, and if you are a hotel in this particular place, you must not miss such domain names. Okay, so let me just make a quick video too. So this is overall, I would say, a good domain name. I'm sorry, I'm a little occupied in this, but this is actually a decent domain name, because this clearly indicates what this specific thing is all about. And I did check it's not any typo mistakes. You can also check that before registering anything, but I'm going to save this. Okay, and what else? So I was making a video. Alright, so here we are. Hello everyone, look what we just found, hotelbreckenridge.com. This can actually be a great domain name, because hotels are never out of bookings, and people do search about hotels and industries a lot of times. Tourism in this specific country, Colorado, is huge, so you can check this domain name. This actually has good potential, and it is available for anyone to register. Alright, so I hope I said that pretty nicely. But alright, if I don't upload this, thirdlover.com, okay. People can't find one. This person is actually great. Okay, account escrow. Okay, don't do such things, okay. Never ever register such trademark domain names, because this is actually a call for trouble. You don't want, companies to get over your head just because you were squatting their names. I see a lot of DMs every day that people try to sell such domain names just because they benefit from traffic. And this is the reason why I always, when I'm live, okay, it's just been 2-3 times, but yeah, that's the reason I always open my lives and I go for the search volume domains first. Wounded care, floral background, Christmas blow ups, no. Frozen 4, Lanka tourist, I guess this is, no, Sri Lanka and Lanka tourist, simply sketched, good but not that good. So a lot of you, when we are scrolling, you can actually, maybe there would be some names that you would find better. So what you do is you just shortlist those names for yourself. Okay, if you are new to this, what you can do is, that's what I always say, that just simply star these domain names, and later on you can check whether they are registered or not. If they are registered, you must see, are they being listed for a sale, for a purchase, or they have a lander or something like that, or maybe they are fully developed. So by this you would know that the names that you're picking actually hold some value. So this is how you should begin your journey with. Okay, so now burn hearts, that's great. Quoting cars, you see over here. Now quoting cars is actually a very vast kind of a term. What I would pick is maybe a ceramic coating, or maybe something like graphene coating, anything that is related to exterior of the car. But if you register quoting cars, this is not really specified. So I would not really pick such names. Always remember, there is a reason these domain names are hanging out here, okay? And I already made a video on this. I don't know, maybe I'll upload tomorrow, but we will see that. So tweed dress, sky mount, blend word, idiot car, junkyard gold. This is obviously the platform we are on right now. This is also a junkyard, but we can find gold. Thing hired, dog herd, heritage apt, okay. Australia skiing, upswelling, salt cheese, candies factory, nightly calm, oh shit. Lotus farmer, I believe lotuses are good. This is very much too specified, I would say, but I really want to check what was this. Alright, so 2024, before this, never. Okay, let's go to 2025 and see. We start from today, Oh, I see a lot of things going on here. Let's just open some pages. Okay, I don't want to miss this thing. Alright. Open a new tab. So, alright, so we are going to close Heritage now. Heritage is hotel. Alright, sorry, this store is currently unavailable. So this was actually a store. Okay, let's see more. Sorry, this store. Can we find anything else? Last. Alright, we Now cut this now. Okay, so let's just go to 2024 and see if we can find anything here. I believe people would want to see AI more. So maybe after this, what we can do is just go back to the basics and scroll through AI domain names. Even I don't find this interesting, to be very honest. Lotusfarmer.com. Passwords. Lotus Farmer is actually a good name. I don't know. As you know, I'm literally studying about a lot of hydroponic techniques to grow things that can not be grown that easily. So I don't know, hydroponic things and all those things, everything is possible to grow these days. So these types of flowers are very unique. That's what I think. You can think the other way around, that's totally fine, but since it's me who's live and this is only me who's live and there's no one else watching, there's only one person, I guess. Yeah, and that's not me. So whoever that is, we cannot find anything. But I believe this is a decent domain name. What do you guys think? I really want to know your views. Maybe this is live isn't the best possible thing to get your attention, but okay, what did I do? Alright, are we good now? Yeah. Let me just make a video and maybe post so that people would have something in their mind, would definitely tell me about this. Hey, let me just do one thing before I do any more disaster that I've been doing. I already have a compromised password. I don't know what is going on. I actually did a lot of things with my laptop and PC over here. Lotus farms, lotus farmers are not farmer, it is farmers. I mean the plural and the singular, there can be so many things here, but alright, so coming back to the basics, I want everyone's feedback. So what I'm gonna do is make a video. Hello guys, welcome back to Names Blown. Look what I just found, lotusfarmer.com. I am kind of very much fascinated when it comes to farming, because as I already said this on my live, but if you are not joined here, you might see this video after this. So what I believe is Lotus Farmers is actually a decent name, but the problem over here is I must make that again. That's actually another problem. Today I'm messing a lot, but okay, that's fine. So I am actually a big fan of a lot of farming techniques, and lotuses are the kind of flowers that I would always want. So do you think this domain name holds any value? Lotusfarmer.com. This is what we find on the expired domain name today. So you gotta tell me, what do you think about this? Alright, we are done. I didn't mess up again. So this is probably it for, I would say, the search domain names, high search domain names. Now we will go back and we will do what we always do. What needs to be done before, okay? Let's just put AI and let's just start the actual thing. Let's see if we can find some decent domain names. Today, I guess we are finding a lot of messy domain names. So, okay. AI spaghetti, airborne vehicles, AI thermodynamics. AI thermodynamics. Thermodynamics is actually a great thing to study. Since this is actually a very long keyword, the problem can be people mistyping it, and entering somewhere else. Thermodynamics. Thermodynamics is actually a good term, okay, not the whole name, but people would want to study thermodynamics. How about studying with AI, for better understanding? Is this even a thing? Let me just check. or we are just making it up? AI thermodynamics. I don't know. Yes, there is an AI for that. Thermodynamics includes tasks learning. This light is actually bothering me a lot. Are we good now? Yeah. I believe we are. Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm quite fascinated with thermodynamics. These types of domain names are very much, this is very list based, okay, and as I've said, there can be problem because people will mistype it and end up somewhere else, but this can also be great for the people who are studying thermodynamics, AI linked to science, and these types of things are really good. But what is this? Tonometer. I don't know what this is. Decarbonize. Okay, decarbonize. So I have heard and gotten done a lot of decarbonization. If you have a diesel car engine, or maybe anything that runs on a fuel, decarbonization is actually a process to just remove all those carbon content stuck to it, and it just refines it. So these types of domain names, okay, even if you register, if you are in this specific field, you would definitely be good having such names. But this is not an easy sell, to be very precise. But they do hold some potential if you are directly involved in such fields. If you're a company, or maybe you're a teacher. For decarbonize, I mean, people will obviously search something else, not exactly decarbonizing, because a lot of, I would say, people would not really know about this. So people usually search very layman language terms, okay, so that everyone can understand. I mean, I don't believe anyone would. There will be certain very limited amount of people that would search decarbonize, but I don't know. And I mean, decarbonize can be used for other things too, but I'm just saying what is coming to my mind, okay. But alright, not really good, but let's just put AI for the domain names that ends with AI. The rest filters are going to be the same. We're not going to change anything else. So okay, face up AI, posty, leti AI, collects AI. Collects AI. And try face up AI. It just says there are certain 210 searches when it comes to face up AI. There might be something related to this, but collects AI, no. Leti AI, no. So I've seen people do, they just try to register the least amount of characters, and after ending that with AI. That helps. I mean, this can be a short form for a company that has actually a very long name. Companies do buy such names when it comes to making their big business names shorter. So the shorter it is, the better it is for people to enter it and directly land there. The longer it is, the more trouble it's going to cause, because people will mistype it and they'll enter somewhere else. The competitors would always find anything to benefit. So what you as a company owner should do is try to work more on these types of errors and just rectify them as soon as possible. So we did for AI both the ends, and we did some other domain names too. I would want to check the .co. As I've mentioned, some platforms, some registrars are actually offering a great discount. New network AI. I was about to read Newton's AI. networkai.co, adminai.co, fedai.co. Now you can see these are decent domain names. Look at this. Network AI. Network AI is a great name. And you can see 34 other domain extensions are already being registered. And look at this, it's here for you guys. Only I guess $3.5 you got to pay, because some registrars are offering great and huge discounts for you. Go ahead and check that out. Alright, let me check this out. Let's just go Namecheap today. Members login. Did I ignore whatever you see here? Let me just drop myself down. So on the Namecheap you see it's 1148, which is still not bad for a domain that is being registered in 38 other domain extensions. It's actually a great keyword, network AI. This can be used for a lot of things. Obviously for networking with the other AI companies, maybe something which is a platform that helps in optimizing networks, power with AI and all those kind of things. It's all the good stuff when it comes to AI. You see, networkai.io has been registered in 2015. Wow. networkai.tech, networkai.online.us. So many domain extensions are taken. Explore 400 plus additional domain extensions. You see, there are so many domain extensions to register. This is not bad. Now let's do the other thing. Now we're gonna go here and we're gonna enter AI. Okay, it starts with AI. Airline AI. I don't think so. AI Resi. That's pretty much it, I guess. We're not finding any other AI. Let me just pull that again. Network AI. Not bad, not bad. Let me just make another quick video for this. And after that, let's just go to XYZs too. Okay, let's just explore XYZs. Alright, so look at this, guys. I just found networkai.co. Look at the amount of domain extensions it is actually registered in, 34 domain extensions, and this is available for anyone to register. As you can see, networkai.co. Alright, so we are down, and let's just see XYZ. Oops. Oh, what's the problem here? I guess the XYZs didn't drop. Let me just see in the last 12 hours. Oh, we have AI class.xyz. Oh, you see this? 49 other domain extensions taken. What a nice name. Let's just see this over here itself. AI class. Alright, someone did purchase this domain name. It just got expired, and right now the person has listed the domain name for 1588. This is actually I would say priced very fairly. For an instant flip, you just buy it right now and people are going to come and check where this domain name was, and then you scroll down and you see other domain extensions. Let me just make another quickie. AI class.xyz. This domain name just got expired and you won't even believe it just got listed for a sale. Look at the price. Let me try this again, okay. Look at this, guys, AI class.xyz. This domain name just got expired and right now as I see it, this is put up on a sale, 1588. What do you think about this? Do you think this domain name is really worth or not? Just trying to spark that curiosity amongst everyone. Pizza King Finance. Now you got to be aware about that. XYZ domains, sometimes they do charge huge amount of, by huge what I mean is very huge amount. When you have one letter keyword domain names, they would charge you huge amounts. So whenever you try to register other domain extensions, just do one thing: always register them for at least good amount of years, so that you don't have to pay those hefty sums of renewals. And you can obviously check, if the registrars are charging you way too much, then you must back off. Or if you're really confident, go ahead, you only got one life to live. AI he sounds like the Taken game in the 90s, but now we're not left with much when it comes to AI force it. That's amazing. AI force it. AI generated or download, AI voice, AI tech.foundation. See AI classes over here too. Now let's just do something. Let's just see the most registered. It's AI tech and AI code.design. Now the reason I do not buy these types of domain extensions is because I personally did not have much success when it comes to such domain extensions. But I would not say that these domain extensions are really bad. AIchart.io, I thought it was chat. This light is literally right on my face. I gotta do something. So as you can see, there are so many other domain extensions. Some are good, some are bad, but personally I did not have much success. So whenever you try to register other domain extensions, just make sure that these domain extensions actually hold some meaning. Some of the domain extensions will be country specific, but if you gotta check the language spoken over there, because if you try to outbound, what outbound mean is maybe you're just reaching them out through LinkedIn, through emails, or through social media platforms. You must know their language too. And obviously, as I've mentioned, that these other domain extensions are not really popular. So people still consider the .coms more and highly valuable than the other domain extensions like Design, Foundation, LTD, PL. .live is actually a good domain extension, but again, the premium renewals. This is the reason a lot of these types of domain extensions get expired. .info, AItrack.info. You can do so many things with such domain extensions, but it's totally up to you that what do you do with this and what not. Let's just see how long have we been live. 41, 42, 44 minutes. Okay. AI class, AI secret.pro. There was this time I remember when I actually did have some of the single letter.pro domain extension. I'm not saying that I registered those domain extensions with single character, single letter domains, but the registrar messed up. I believe I registered around 6 to 7 domain names. But what the registrar did was, I never got that domain name. They were mine. It was all in my domain portfolio. But later on, when I checked, it was all gone. And within a week, those domain names were someone else, and I simply got a refund. So this is actually a problem. And later on, the registrar came up with an excuse that this domain name was registered by someone else. So there are problems, okay. There are problems when it comes to registering domain names sometimes. So always pick the right domain registrar. We'll talk about this, maybe some other time. So what else? Can there be other domain extensions? No, I don't think so. .org, .info, .biz. We can do auctions too, but I guess this is pretty much it for today. We did scroll some good AI domain names, but moreover, okay, we checked some other domain keywords that were good. So we did found some decent domain names today, and I hope you guys did learn something. And I'm always open to you giving me advices on whatever you want, or maybe something that I missed out, or maybe something that you know better. So this is what it is for today. I will see you guys tomorrow, and the ones who watch after this live ends. So I hope you have a good one. Thank you so much.